Guys, and welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Nina, and in this video I thought I would show you how I have decorated my house for winter. I also thought I would kind of catch you up on what I have been up to lately. It's been so long that I had to look at my last video to see kind of where I was when I spoke to you last. But for those of you who, and I know there are a lot that only comes for the decor, so for those of you who want the decor, I'll do that first. I just want to say first that if you have seen any of my Christmas videos, you know that I go all out when it comes to Christmas and make this small house a small Christmas cave. It's so cozy, but at the same time, when we take the Christmas decor away, it's kind of a relief, a feeling of being able to breathe, if you know what I mean. Not that we don't appreciate the Christmas decor and love it and think it's sad to see it go, but at the same time it's kind of refreshing and nice to have a more minimalistic house, at least for a while between Christmas and winter. And what I usually do is that I keep some of the Christmas decor for many of you. I know that this will seem like a house decorated for Christmas, and it took some time for me to kind of get my husband on board that there is something called winter decor. But we have I know that a lot of the other YouTubers, they start to decorate for spring as soon as Christmas is done, but I'm in Norway and we have winter here at least until the middle of March, and often a lot longer, so it feels strange decorating for spring this early. So just wanted to explain that and say that I kind of use what I have. I try to use as much of the Christmas decor that I can, because it's a lot of work to decorate this much, but I hope you can get some ideas. If you saw my last video on my winter tablescape, you also know, if you have followed me for a while, that my table in my dining room is kind of my main decor and what sets kind of the theme or the decor for the rest of the house. So you may not feel like it's too much new, but at least I hope you can get a bit inspired, and maybe I can get you or you get some ideas. At least I can show you how my house is looking now. So without further babbling, here's how I have decorated my house for winter. So I thought I would start where I left off in my last video, and that's at my table and with my tablescape. If you haven't seen this, I have a whole video on the tablescape. It's my last video before this, so go and check it out if you're interested. And as I said in that video, I kept my centerpiece and just kind of took out everything I thought was kind of Christmassy. Each setting is done very simple with this green charger and this wick charger and the plates, and yeah, so done it, for me at least, real simple. And I kept the, I'll film from the other angle, instead of the balloons I now have snowflakes. I can understand that for some this is very Christmassy, but if you see the comparison, you see that for me it's not. So that's kind of what I've done throughout the house, just change the color palette. We've had shrove, I think that's the correct word. I have a whole video on that as well. It's a few years ago. That's why I have this. It's birch with some feathers, and shrove, I'm sure everybody knows, but if there are anybody that does not know, it's the kind of old beginning of the fast. We eat buns with cream, whipped cream, and we decorate with this. Unfortunately, we do not fast anymore. I probably should. Again, I kept the house. I changed out the gold trees for these green glittery trees, and the gold reindeer is also changed out with this silver moose. In the windows, I've kept the I've taken out the Christmassy bits and kept what I think is more of a wintry scene, and I have the same in the other window. The fireplace is also, let me see what I have here. Yes, I've done the same. Taken away all the red Christmassy bits. Oh, it's very bright. There we go. I bought these white animals, deer, moose, elk, in Sweden a few years ago. I love them. And the white glitter tree. I could have had some lights there. Maybe I'll do that. Just an owl, and yeah, done it really simple. Just a garland with some glittery stars. Again, you may think this is Christmassy, but to me the kind of glittery, snowy, it's what we're living every day outside. I have said many times, but again, for the new viewers, we have a heater that's very good, so we don't burn a lot in the stove right now, or in the fireplace right now. So I just put some wood and some twinkling lights, and I think it looks like it's a fire, or else it would just be a kind of this black hole. So yeah, I prefer this. Kept the big white glittery reindeer, or I think it's a deer, not a reindeer. We have a lot of deer around our house. This I had for Christmas as well. It's actually my daughter's that I have on loan, and just a basket with some pillows, and of course I've taken out the red, and yeah. So that's the fireplace. I also hung some more snowflakes in this corner, and this is a Christmas present from my daughter when she was much younger. I love it, and it has sentimental value as well, so I love that, with a tea light. And again, my singing corner. It's not very decorative. I will one day I will get a cupboard that hides this, or the plan is actually to go back to having our own music room, but yeah, we'll see. On the piano, just mousse and this. I have a lot of the other scented candles lit, so I didn't light this, but I love these candles, and I know that a lot of you can get the same candles. It with this noisy wick, it makes this crackling noise. Wood wick, it's very expensive, but I love them. They smell divine and sounds good and looks good. So here's my entrance. Again, much of the same. I took the snowflakes that I had in our bedroom and hung them here. I love these. And then just a simple wreath, and my grandson put that there. It's so cute. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of new here. Again, the basket with the pillows and everything. And I had the house here that said Merry Christmas, so I just changed it out and took out the reds. Our Harry Potter room, it's not so tidy now, but I haven't done anything here. It's the same. This is also a room I have a whole video on. Our bedroom, I kept the trees and the birds, changed out some of the decor in the tray, and of course the bedding, but and my calendar is of course open now, so I put some of the usual stuff I have on my dresser back. Yeah, not a lot new in this room. I think this must be the fastest house tour in history. In our living room, I still have these nuts. I have taken out these bowls. I love them. I used to have them on my coffee table. I've put them away for some time and put them back out now, so I love those. This is actually crystal, something my father got from his work after 20 years, I think, in a firm. And I love it with this. It looks so icy and wintry and nice. Still have the jars with the kind of healthy treats. And I kept one of my favorite winter Christmas decor pieces, this wreath. It sparkles and I just love it. In the windows, again, some well-used candle holders or lanterns. So I took back the kind of silvery bits. Done it really simple and kind of mirrored the decor in the other window. You have seen this a lot. I am planning to make a huge painting for this. Is the autofocus off or is it on? There, it's on. I am planning to make a huge painting for this wall with lights coming down. So that's one of my projects. Okay. That's Urian, my furry baby. He's not a baby anymore, he's 15, so he's getting up there in age. The pillows again is wintry, and as you can see, I have almost the same decor in this window. The branch is, I think it's, except from the star, it's the same as for Christmas. And I love the house lanterns, so I've kept those as well. The birds on the ladder is still there. And as you see, I use a lot of lights. This is a good example when, you know, when you decorate and you kind of, you're done, but you're not. And you just throw out some thing you have left. I like it, but yeah. Just a wreath with these. I love these butterflies. I love butterflies. So, and the deer. And my father-in-law has carved this, as well as, yeah, not in this room. We have these curtain hangers as well. I got these beautiful candle holders. We got those from some friends for Christmas. Thank you so much, Anneli and Erik. I love them. They're just perfect. Again, try to kind of tie it all together with the silvery butterflies. Yeah. The basket, it's the same. And the same in this window. When Christmas is over, I kind of want it to be very airy, the feel to be airy and light, because it's so much decor at Christmas. This is now my Urian, my furry baby. He feels like it's too cold in my crafting room at the moment, so he doesn't want to stay there, and I don't want to leave him. He's too old to be a lot left on his own, so I have just made myself a bit of a crafting corner, or it's actually a watercolor. I just do watercolor here, but it has worked great. I like it too, because I can watch TV at the same time, and I have company, and yeah. I will tell you about this later. And this is not very decorative, but this is where I kind of edit. I have to stand. I cannot sit all the time by the computer, so my husband made this. It's messy, but it's functional, so yeah. And then for the coffee table, it has been Valentine's. I did not do anything for Valentine when it comes to decor. But my husband got me these flowers. And the tray, these. And when I started YouTube, I used a lot of these. I think it's a Danish company called Lene Bjerre. So I love those. So I've done it very simple. And I love our coffee table. This is a table I got from a friend. We kind of, what is it called? They got a motor for their boat from us, and I got the table. She's dead now, so as well as being a table that I love because of the aesthetic, it also has sentimental value because I think of her when I look at the table. So that's our living room. And then for the kitchen, as you know, and as you probably can see on us, we use the kitchen a lot. It's not this yellow, it's because of the lighting. It's snowing and not a lot of sun. I had my hot chocolate bar here, I still do. And again, I have not put any effort into this. Just taken out the Christmas bits and kind of thought that I wanted it to look presentable. I do things like this, just take some kind of frosted wintry greenery and some candles, and that's all you need actually, I think, for winter decor. So, and the same at the table. I think that was the whole house. I have a little bit in the bathroom, but I don't know if that's of any interest. Maybe. Just taken out the Christmas trees and the snowman is left. And in the window just some silver animals and the candle holder and the greenery. That is all. I don't know how inspiring this was, but at least it's... I probably said before I started filming this that I'm kind of over the house. This house now, like it's looking. I want to paint the walls. I think painting, it's so difficult. I have been thinking of painting the walls green, but it's such a small house, so colors in such a small house, it makes a huge impact. So I'm kind of scared, and it's a big job, so painting these wooden walls are a lot of work. So yeah, I have to think on that, but at least this is my house for winter. I think it's okay, nothing huge. It's kind of a break until I start my Easter decor, and this year I'm going to use what I've done before. I forgot to show you these actually. You see the snowflakes? When I was working, I started a project for people with substance abuse. We gave them work they were allowed to work even though they were still using. That's a long story, and I know that that's politics as well, but the project we started within the kind of project was to make, we started with making angels out of broken glass as a kind of a symbol of how things can be broken, but you can, with love and time and effort, you can put them back together. Yeah, it was wonderful. And now they make a lot of different things, and these snowflakes is one of the new things that they are making. So I love those. Okay guys, that's my house for winter. Okay guys, that was my house as it's looking right now, and you may now recognize where I'm at. I'm at my secretary, which I have turned into my small watercolor station in the house. I have a large, very nice crafting room, and I love to spend time there, but there has been, first of all, there's been so much snow, so much ice, so just walking out there feels like a hassle. And it's been cold, and I have an old dog, and he can spend a little time there, but he sleeps on some pillows on the floor, and he gets cold, and then he starts to kind of fuss and wants to go in. So therefore I set up this and this station, and it also makes it easier for me to kind of keep up with my watercolor painting. Still loving it, and I can see that I'm getting a little bit better. Yeah, as I said, I had to look at my last video to see where I was when I left you last, and at the end of the video I mentioned, or I showed you, that my daughter turned 30 years old. This is the year of big birthdays. My daughter turned 30, and my husband is turning 60 in just a couple of weeks. And then in between that, my father-in-law, he turned 90 years old. So we wanted to have a small we wanted to have a big celebration, but they are very kind of a modest people, so they wanted to just have a small celebration. So I made a cake, and we spent a wonderful evening with them, eating cake and catching up. So that was very nice. And then I know I've said this a lot, and it seems like we are the worst horse owners in the world, because one of our horses, the black and white, Nelly is her name, she gets colic at least a couple of times a year. That is not our fault. She is not the brightest horse in the world, and she is so fond of food. She's a real foodie, and so she has kind of no control when it comes to usually horses know what to eat and what not to eat, not her. So we have had her poisoned because she has eaten poisonous flowers that all the other horses did not touch. And this time, and when she has colic once, she usually gets it again a couple of weeks later, and that was what happened now as well. And I think I've said that before, when horses get a tummy ache, or I think any pain, a lot of them will not touch food and will not drink. The not touching food is okay when she's constipated. That's usually the problem when she gets colic. This time she had, I think she had been eating something. They kind of dig in the snow with their front legs, just like every animal here now in winter, and then they find leaves, dead leaves, and grass, and yeah, whatever's underneath the snow. The deers do the same. They find acorns, which is poisonous for horses, so we have tried to keep her away from that, because of course she loves them, even though they're not good for her. So this time we don't know if she had just eaten too much dry leaf, or if it was anything that did not agree with her. Anyways, she got a stomachache and then she stopped drinking. And you know the saying, you can lead a horse to water but you cannot make it drink? Well, you kind of can, because if you give a horse sugar, they usually get thirsty. So we sometimes catch it early enough to get some sugar in her. I usually stuff her mouth with sugar cubes and then kind of try to keep them in, because she wants to spit them out. This time and that can be because I know several of you have horses. This time I had great success by giving her a fruit salad. So I just took banana, pear, and orange, and actually sugar candy cane as well, a small candy cane. And I made kind of a fruit salad for her. Waited until she was because we hold off the food. She should not get any food until she has drunk some water, because if we do, it gets worse. And that made, and I managed to get her to eat that. That made her thirsty, and then we give them water with molasses, and we give her water outside so that she has to compete with Borka, the other horse. So we kind of got it early this time. And that's kind of a stressful thing, because we have to monitor her all the time for some days. When she got better, we managed to take a short trip to our cabin. We didn't do anything, just eating, sleeping, watching TV. I painted, did my watercolor, and that was so nice to be able to do. And then, as I promised you, you saw some Van Gogh things on the table. I'll show you here. Okay, so as promised, I thought I would tell you what this is. I'm sure a lot of you can recognize this as one of Van Gogh's paintings. And we were at an exhibition called Van Gogh Alive. And I know that I think my husband said that it's an exhibition that travels around the world, and I think 9 million have visited so far. I think that's been going on for years. I can recommend. It was a great way to get to know a painter. It was this, you sit in this room and there are big monitors everywhere. He painted a lot of paintings and he wrote a lot of letters, so you can also read at the same time as they show. It smelled, it was something smell, they used some kind of oil or something. It smelled so good, and the music was beautiful. It's classical music, and the writing from the letters where he kind of commented on his own art. And some of the painting was, and I think that's why it's called Alive, because with this painting, which is one of his most famous, or one of the famous paintings, the leaves on the cherry blossoms were falling off, and yeah, it was great. So and I was afraid my husband would not like it, but after 5 minutes he whispered, "I like this." So happy about that. I bought the book, and I bought this bag and an umbrella, actually, with one of his paintings. He is a fascinating artist with a fascinating story. I'm in one way not a huge fan of his way of painting. I like Monet better, which have some of the same style, but of course at the same time he has such a fascinating story. So yeah, I loved it. I would love for them to make the same kind of exhibition with other painters or artists, because this is totally different from kind of just reading a book, or yeah. So highly recommend if you have the opportunity to do that. I know that this, as I said, the exhibition Van Gogh Alive is an exhibition that travels around the world. So if you haven't already seen it, I hope you get the chance. I can recommend if you are interested in things like this. I think it was, as I said, an excellent way to get to know an artist. He has a fascinating story, and there's a lot of the artists, the well-known artists that does yeah, so highly recommend. I think that was kind of all the exciting news I had. When we came back from our cabin, Nelly got colic again, so we had to do the same again. I don't have a car at the moment. We are struggling with so I kind of don't get around, and that feels a bit strange. I don't get to shop anything, and not that I want to either right now, but yeah, it makes me feel kind of a bit overwhelmed, or yeah, so that's also kind of a little bit of the reason why I haven't been filming, or I feel kind of stuck, but we are working on that. Yeah, thank you so much for all the comments on my last video and all the questions. My next video will be a Q&A. I have written down all the questions from you had left on the comments on my last video. If any of you have any questions about anything, please leave it down in the comment section, and I will I will answer as well as I can in my next video. I have started to plan my Easter decor, and I'm going to kind of combine, I think, what I have done the past years. I have made a lot of decor, and I don't want the decor to just be used once. So my idea this year is I don't want to use my dragon eggs and my butterflies. So I'm kind of thinking about that. So after the Q&A, that is what I'm going to be working on. I hope all of you are doing great. I always feel kind of rushed when I do these videos, and I don't know why. I feel that I kind of babble too much. But at the same time, I know that a lot of you enjoy the kind of me catching you up. I know that I do with my the YouTubers I watch. I like this kind of talkative videos, so I hope you do as well. Yeah, I don't think there's we are just having the craziest weather still, and a lot of you said that you had the same kind of weather. We are getting a lot of snow, and then it's very cold, then it gets warm, it melts, and then it freezes. So when we walk, I walk the dog every day, and when I meet a neighbor, the first thing everybody says now is, I'm so done with this winter. And I feel exactly the same. Now I want spring. I know it looks beautiful, and but I want spring. And the birds are confused because it's so hot. So they act like it is spring, hoping that they don't lay their eggs or do things like that because it's too early. But these climate changes it's a scary thing, I think, when you see what it does to nature. But yeah. Okay guys, if you liked the video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up if you haven't subscribed, and there's a lot of you watching that have not subscribed. Subscribing is free. I know that you have to have a Google account. I guess that most people have that, and you also have to have a YouTube channel to be able to subscribe. That is not as scary as it sounds. You just have to have kind of a YouTube account. It's called a channel, but you don't have to upload anything. Subscribing is free. You just click the button that says subscribe, and if you want to be notified when I upload the videos, you have to click the button with the little bell, and then you have to click all, and then you will be notified. I know that a lot of you that have subscribed and have clicked the notification bell do not get notifications, and that's not on me, that's on YouTube. They are not kind to small YouTubers that at the same time don't have a kind of schedule. So I get very little help from YouTube, so I need all the help I can get to kind of spread my videos. So if you want to kind of help my channel, that's the way to do it. Okay guys, don't forget to leave a question, and I'm Norwegian, so I'm not easily offended. We are pretty honest and genuine people, and as long as things are said in a nice way, I just go ahead and comment and ask whatever and I'll try to answer you. Okay guys, have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!